Hey guys, these are the top most anticipated games of 2022. And yes, it is August, the 8th month in 2022. But you know what? I saw my top list and I'm like, fuck, I never did the anticipated games list. And honestly, a lot of things were delayed. And so this is actually, and I want to get it done. It just bothers me. So we're going to have the short list here because a lot of the games have come out. And just so this is a list of all the games that are left. So I got Alex and Joe here with me. So they have their top 5 games of the year. And so I'll just start the video by telling you what was I going to do? What was my original list? I just never got around to filming it. Got so busy towards the beginning of the year. Here was my original list, and we can kind of see where the games rank, where the ones that have already come out. So number 1 was Elden Ring, and so that confirmed to be good there. God of War 2 was number 2. Thankfully, God of War 2 has been confirmed for this year. Dying Light 2 was number 3. Total Warhammer 3 was number 4. Starfield was number 5. That got delayed. Horizon Forbidden West was number 6. Hogwarts Legacy number 7. Midnight Suns number 8. Number 9, Stalker 2, another delay. Number 10, Tiny Tina's Wonderland. And then I went ahead and did a few more. I did a Warhammer 40K Dark Tide at 11. Dune Spice Wars at 12. Company of Heroes 3 at 13. Homeworld 3 at 14. And then at 15, I was going to do something unique where it was the list from 2021 because all these fucking games are getting delayed. Well, what was the list from 2021? Atomic Heart, Knights of Honor 2, Starship Troopers, Falling Frontier, Stray, Scorn, and Skull of Bones. Of course, before the recent Game trailer. So that was a lot of games that I had. And really, the ones I've highlighted, Horizon Forbidden West, Total Warhammer 3, Dying Light 2, and Elden Ring have come out and have been, wonderful. Great games. So, but that was before I could get my list out. So now I've composed a list of, July and on, August, and the rest of the months, 2022 top 10. So let's dive into them, and then once we hit 5, we're going to have you guys jump in. Yep. So these are the games that you need to look forward to that I think are confirmed.
Starting now.
Better not be delayed. If these are delayed, then I'm going to be seriously pissed. One of them is delayed. Dark Tide.
It's in November 30th.
It's still this year. Okay, here we go.
Number 10.
So, number 10 is Atomic Heart. So this got moved up from the list of games that was supposed to come out way in like 2020, 2021. It is still delayed. If you guys need a refresher on this is from Mundfish that had some controversy surrounding them. It's like, is this vaporware? What is this? It doesn't seem to come out. It was basically, what did they call it? The Soviet BioShock kind of thing. This is made by a Russian studio, so I'm wondering if maybe the war in Russia and Ukraine is affecting this or whatever, that it's taking so long to come out. But it has been, most recently, they say it's a December 2022 release. But this just looks interesting. I love and it's not Mundfish's fault to invade Ukraine. There are legitimately good Russian developers and gamers that are looking forward to.
They just want to make games, man.
Just want to make games. Just want to make cool fucking ideas. And this really does look like a cool idea. There's a bunch of advances in robotics in the 1930s, so it has that kind of deco feel and thing. And it reminds me very much of BioShock. So the main protagonist is a mentally unstable KGB agent called B3 who's sent by the government to investigate a manufacturing facility that fell silent, only to find a bunch of machines have gone rogue, and you've got strange experiments going on. So I've been waiting for this game for a long time, and that is my number 10, Atomic Heart. Hopefully it comes out in 2022. If there's a game on this list most likely to get delayed, probably that one. Yeah, especially with current events. So going on to number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9 is Gundam. There's 2 Gundam games coming out this year. There's the SD Gundam Battle Alliance, which I buy these kind of crappy games. They seem to like get released like in Indonesia and Singapore and all these other areas before they get released here. They're kind of like these little strategy games. Almost think of kind of Advanced Wars kind of stuff with the little mini chibi Gundam stuff. And I love that. But I found an even better Gundam game, so I'm going to create a slash on this one. It's 6-on-6 Gundam arena shooter called Gundam Evolution. And this was a console. There was a recent beta, and I fucking missed it. It pissed me off. A few people put out videos on it, but it's a first-person Gundam shooter. I've always wanted, ever since there was a Gundam game a long time ago. I think it was on the Dreamcast where you piloted a Gundam and you're in first person. I forget what it was called. I think there was even one on PlayStation where you were Zaku's. And I just love that. And you have that here in a 6-on-6 Gundam team shooter. Now, a few special moves you can do. The camera will zoom out and you'll go in third person. And so it does have that perspective as well. But, you know, I think the Gundam universe, because there's so many unique mobile suits, it works out pretty well for a 6-on-6. Now, this is one of the games on the list that had a beta, but I never got to play. I wish I had more to say on it. But I just love Gundam. And unfortunately, the Gundam license seems to just kind of constantly be kicked to B team, you know what I mean, or C team. Well, they don't give them enough resources. They do smaller games. They do. I just want to see the game do well, so that they're like, okay, you know, there's fans for Gundam still, and we can make a bigger game. So that's my number 9, Gundam Alliance. Check it out.
Number 8.
My number 8 is Company of Heroes 3, which is hopefully still coming out this year. It has a release date of November 17th. This is one that I did play the closed beta, so I could tell you it is fun. I love real-time strategy games. Company of Heroes, I have so many good memories of the original and the sequel of just late nights up playing RTSs. Did you ever play Company of Heroes, Alex?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played it.
It's awesome. And then this one adds some new mechanics to it, some unique mechanics to it. It's got a great destruction system, and you know, basically taking it into the graphics of 2022. So, big fan of real-time strategy games, and happy to see Company Heroes coming back. And of course, it's Relic Entertainment. You know, I love Relic; they do good stuff. And yeah, Dawn of War 3 might not have worked out so well, but this one is on track, set in the Italian and North African theaters of World War II. So stay definitely excited for Company Heroes 3.
Number 7.
My number 7, moving right along here, I want to make it a shorter video, well, as short as a 3-person video can be. Saints Row. So this one's right around the corner. Look, there ain't nothing coming out, Alex.
Oh, I got a ton
So when
of
stuff. we first saw the video for this, it looked like Fortnite, and we were like, nah, like man, fuck this.
I'm not a big fan of that art style.
Right.
That's what turned off.
Right. But these two guys haven't seen the gameplay videos and the building of an empire videos that have come out, you know, since, and that stuff looks interesting, right? I hate that it's a reboot of the franchise. Where's my Johnny Gat? Where's all the fucking
people you know and love?
Yeah, dildo bats and shit like that. But hopefully, you know, they will take that and filter it in the game. It's just that art style and the initial impressions of it were very, very bad. But they've got you know, a character builder that you have now, and people have been creating Angry Joe things. Say if you made Angry Joe, send them to me, because I have one already. It's good, but I want to see if you guys more. Can you make another Joe and make an Alex? Send those links so when we play, we can play as ourselves. And I like games. Obviously, you can create yourselves in. It's just so much more fun and get you attached to your character.
Yeah, we'll see if the story is able to persuade me, but just by looking at it, I'm just.
not.
You
too
get one
big
chance at a first impression, and that first impression was dog shit. So.
Yeah. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully it will surprise us. That is this month, August 23rd. So, number 6.
Number 6.
On my list is a game I've been waiting since 2021. 2020 is Scorn. So Scorn is that first-person biopunk
Yeah.
Geiger, HR
Pretty
Geiger.
interested in what's going on with that because like the teasers and everything we've seen, some of the gameplay was just like what,
Gross,
what's
but
going
gross, cool gross,
on? Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Survival horror. I'm wondering how much of it is survival horror and how much of it is action horror, right? Because we have seen some kind of weapons and stuff that are in these kind of style of Basinski and H.R. Geiger. So the gameplay looks good. They've released several gameplay trailers. They're not hiding anything. It's just taken a little bit longer than expected. And this is from Ebb Software. Kepler Interactive is publishing it, and guess what? They got some. So while it has been a long wait, the greatest news is it will be day one on Xbox Game Pass. So that's good news for Game Pass owners. You won't have to spend $60, $70. So Scorn, the video game, looking very unique, and can't wait to play it. That is coming out October 21st. All right, so now we are in our top 5, so I'm very interested to see what the boys have come up with. Let's start with Joe. What's your top 5?
Number 5.
My number 5 is actually, we just talked about it, Scorn.
Hell yeah! All right.
It's like, that looks pretty interesting. I
Matched
hope
up.
it's more horror because, you know me, I fucking love horror. Anything with it, I just big fan for it. So looking forward to that. Hopefully it's not just an action game. And hopefully they learned.
My number 5 is actually Evil West. It's a game from Flying Wild Hog. It's you play. It's like a third-person RPG. It's got shooter elements to it. You play your Wild West. You got 6 shooters, but it's haunted West, right?
Yeah.
So there's ghouls and ghosts and all sorts of things. So it's not going to be a
That's
massive
right.
release, but it looks like a kind of fun game just to
Yeah, I'd
some
almost
play.
forgot about that. I had that on my radar for a while. So Evil X does look pretty cool. We got a gameplay trailer out for it. And we were recently just playing a Western game, Hard West 2. So
Yeah.
check out Hard West 2. It's recently out. It is really cool. So I'm glad to see, because I'm big on cowboys, and especially if you can add some of that horror element into it, it really enhances
online
it.
co-op too. So that could be a lot of fun.
Oh, shit. All right, definitely will check that out. My number 5 is going to be Marvel's Midnight Suns. Now, this is one that I've been kind of keeping away from. The last time I heard it was like XCOM, but with Marvel, but it's not exactly that. It's a little bit more than that. This was announced back in 2021, and it's scheduled for release in October 7th. So, obviously, the Midnight Suns team is a unique team. You got Wolverine, you got fucking Ghost Rider. Forget who else
The
is
card system also.
There's a
Blade.
card system. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what has me concerned.
Yeah.
The combat, while it's turn-based similar to XCOM, it also has and there is a base of operations called the Abbey. But here they try to add some unique things to it. You can walk around in third person, exploring the Abbey and interacting with other heroes. There's more role-playing elements, such as interaction with the other characters and the gameplay affecting the hero's abilities. And then so at the start of every mission, you're taking like 3 people to go into battle with, and then that's what you were talking about. You kind of choose, you're dealt a deck of random ability cards, which are then restricted during the mission. And this whole thing, I don't know. I got to play
see how
it to
it
see
plays out.
whether it works or not. Yeah, but I mean, it's Marvel, it's Firaxis, and 2K. So Firaxis did a good job on XCOM. So hopefully they're doing a good job here, and this could be big. But that card system, we have to check out.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. If I did a top 10, it'd be on my top 10. But based on like kind of the restrictiveness that we've seen so far, it wouldn't crack my top 5.
Number 4.
So we got number 4. Joe, what you got at number 4?
Warhammer Dark Tide. I know it's been delayed, but it's still coming out this year. Looking forward to playing that. I've been playing nonstop Vermintide with some friends lately, and I've just been really amped up to play that. It's just so
You've
chaotic.
been playing Vermintide? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I was playing it last night with the Cronuts and stuff, but it's just so chaotic, and it's just like
it's fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's just like it's a little smash 'em up button. And it's great.
Yeah, for me, my number 4 is actually Scorn. This is one that I
Yay.
think it could be really good. I'm worried about length. I just have this feeling it's like 4 hours long. But it's a Game Pass game. It's not a full price game if you don't get it on Game Pass either. I just think it has an amazing art style. I love survival horror, and as long as they stick to survival horror and it's not like, what the nowadays, it's like everything exploding is survival horror. It's like, no, it's not. Fucking stop it.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, and Joe, we link up again because my number 4 is
Dark Tide.
Dark Tide. It's 40K, man. You got me on board. I never thought that they were going to go to the 40K universe in the first place. So, Fat Shark also fucking love the guys over there. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but way back in the day when they would go to like the conventions and stuff, they'd have all these cool socks and they'd hand them out. Fat Shark socks. So I got plenty of Fat Shark socks.
Yeah.
And just really cool guys and cool games. And I love it when that works out because you're more than happy to support a developer like that and who also is a publisher. So 4-player, obviously, cooperate to defeat, waves of AI enemies. Rather than a set of pre-made characters, you can customize your classes. So that's what's going to be. You can customize their appearance, their gender. This is, I love customization. So you've got 4 classes. You got the Veteran, the Zealot, the Organ, and the Ogren, and the Psyker. So, and yeah, so obviously,
I'm playing Psyker.
Yeah, you wanna? Then I'll probably get the Veteran, Joe. If you want to be the Zealot, or
No, you're the Ogre.
Zealot. I've been playing the Zealot.
Okay. Well, the plot is, and what's cool is that Dan Abnett also was written by him. If y'all don't know him, he's a great writer and into very much 40K stuff. So you got a squad of inquisitorial agents that are investigating the chaos infiltration on the planet Ultima Prime in a hive city. So basically, they envision it kind of, they got a storyline and then they have a live service. Oh, there's that fucking word. But if we have good story updates and things to continue to develop the story on a weekly basis and kind of setting a meta narrative where the players can influence it, they send, look at kind of Destiny 2. And I'm like, ooh, no, maybe late Destiny 2, not early Destiny 2, it's late Destiny 2. Okay, cool. So, yeah, looking forward to Warhammer Dark Tide. That was my number 4.
Number 3.
Going into number 3, getting high up here. Go, Joe.
This one, it should still be coming out December, right? Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
November, maybe, I think. Well,
I just double checked, just making
Yeah, it's
sure.
this
No,
year.
It's
so
still this
it's
year.
not announced. It's not announced, but it is announced for this year. So that's the
Yeah.
other one that could possibly slide. And I think they're just scared because they're like, okay, where are all the games? We got God of War accounted for. We got this accounted for. We have to figure out where can we put ours.
Yeah, that's my number 3. I want to really show everyone where I really belong in my house.
Yeah,
And
Where do you belong, Joe?
he lies to
Slytherin.
himself and he tells everyone he's a Slytherin, but he's a Hufflepuff through and through.
Yeah.
No, but this one looks pretty cool. I want to go exploring Hogwarts, see different various things, see what else it could do, and just it looks like a lot, which kind of has me worried. Is like you're promising a lot. I don't know if it's really doable or
Scope's this
if it's
big.
gonna be like.
Well, we
maybe-
match up again, Joe. I'm also number 3, so I'm going to support you at number 3 with Hogwarts Legacy. And to let you know, it is set in the late 1800s, and it's going to follow a student starting at Hogwarts in their 5th year. So the player character holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart.
But you can't make this character.
Yeah, you can. You can
Kind
make the
of,
character, but
but-
that's the one thing that we're concerned about. It's like we want to fully customize this motherfucker exactly the way we want, and it kind of looks like it's a little more restrictive on that.
Yeah.
And but other than that, you got Professor Fig acting as a mentor figure. You got Victor Rookwood and a leader of the group Dark Wizards, a Goblin Rebellion. So there's definitely some things during character creation. You're going to pick your appearance, your house, and your gender, and then you can customize your voice and body type. But I guess you're forced to pick. I want fucking, Skyrim level face adjustment or something like that.
Or at least Madden level face adjustment. Come on, give me
it's fucking 10 faces in Madden, 8 faces in Madden. So players will be able to tame, care for, and ride different magical beasts, and I mean that's a great part of the Wizarding Worlds universe. The creatures in there,
familiar and all that.
There's also a morality system. Players will be able to sort of kind of go there, but I think it's a little more restrictive in that. But I'm wondering if it opens up different spells or whatnot. But you can establish friendships, interactable NPCs, and you can grow those relationships, and then those schoolmates can then eventually become companions who will accompany you on your journey, and it will expand their abilities.
Again, it sounds grand, but I'm just like worried.
Avalanche software, yeah, and Avalanche. I like Avalanche. I'm privy to a few games of Avalanche that never came out, and I forgot what exactly it was like. A Jekyll Hyde video game. It was like an open world video game or something. And it was an incredible idea, and these guys are ambitious, they're talented, so I'm really hoping that now that they've got an awesome license, Hogwarts Legacy, that they can really get the credit and the, that they deserve. But if you fuck up on Harry Potter, not going to look too good for you. Alex, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is Modern Warfare 2 Part 2. This is a game that, this is the only Call of Duty for the next 2 years. The last time the Modern Warfare came out, launched Warzone. We're getting a new Warzone with it. We played it so much here at the channel. It's a game that, I've got buddies that live across the country that, we don't have a lot of time to play with each other. So it's like, hey, man, can you jump in? Let's play some multiplayer. Let's play some Warzone or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's also, I'm curious to see, can Infinity Ward do it again? The last 2 Call of Duties have been not very the last one was trash.
Yeah.
And then the one before that wasn't very good. So I'm really curious to see if they pull this out, if Warzone 2 ends up being, sticking around and being as big. So just based on the amount that I imagine that we are going to play this game for the next 2 years, I'm very curious to see how this one turns out.
Definitely. Okay, and let's go on to our number 2 on the list.
Number 2.
This one, I was debating if I was going to go with 1 or 2, but I dropped it down to 2. Callisto Protocol. I love Dead Space 1 and 2, so this one I'm kind of... is it not coming out this year?
It is.
Okay, yeah. This one...
I forgot that shit was coming out this year. That's a damn good game for me to leave off. It is December 2nd.
Yeah.
Yes, that I'm looking forward to because, like I said, I love Dead Space 1 and 2. It's like hopefully leans more to the horror elements, and this is just one that I'm hopefully they kind of play like a homage or something to Dead Space, the first one.
Yeah, for me, the number 2 is God of War.
Wait. Oh, fuck. Go ahead.
do?
Because you already said it. I just wanted to expand a little bit on Calypso Protocol since it's on so high on Joe's list. The Calypso Protocol, did you know it's set in the Player Unknown's Battleground universe?
I think they
PUBG,
originally said that, and then they said it's not now.
Okay. Taking place in 2320 at a prison colony called Black Iron. This was on Wikipedia, so it might be older information. But you know what? That doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a fuck. It looks cool. So as long as it's gross, it's gory, it's horror, then we should be. I honestly, had I remembered that this was still on there, then I probably would have dropped off, say, Gundam Evolution, because Gundam Evolution, when I was looking around for things, I'd probably put that in there. Alex, so God of War at number 2.
I think that, and this comes from nothing but pure confidence in Santa Monica Studios. They're incredibly talented. They know what they're doing. That game's going to be solid. But knowing that game is going to be so solid, it's almost like I'm not like anticipating. It's like I'm not super excited because like I know it's going to be good. My number 1 is I'm not sure if it's going to be good, but if it is, it could be my game of the year. even surpassing Elden Ring. So like God of War, I know is going to be good. I know the story's going to be great. I know the complex is going to be the combat's going to be complex and satisfying. So that's my number 2.
Okay. Going on, my number 2 is Immortal Empires, Warhammer 3. Immortal Empires, if you don't know, it takes all the fucking factions that have been released. Now, granted, you have to have purchased the other 2, and it is kind of a reward for combining all 3 games into a super epic mega map, over 120 factions, 300 settlements. That was Immortal Empires, actually. Immortal Empires is probably going to be even bigger. So I'm really looking forward to it. They are... yeah, there it is. Nearly 300 starting factions, 86 legendary lords, and the massive map. This is a game that you can lose days, weeks, months in. And honestly, I really wish that I could clear my fucking schedule and have nothing else to do
No
when
pressure,
Immortal comes
just
out.
Have fun with it.
Right, and we plan to do some streams. I want to do some streams where it's just like a whole week of just playing the game with our community, because there's a lot of factions that can participate. Now they do say it's content complete when it comes out, but it's still labeled as a beta, and that's only because with so many working factions and pieces, something is bound to be buggy or break. So this is August 23rd. This is towards the end of the month. I just got to maybe hurry up and get fucking Saints Row out of the way, and then just
23rd, another big game comes out right then too. I'm surprised. Oh man, it's got to be your number 1.
Oh,
the 22nd
yes.
is when the game of the year comes out, right?
I
Game
was
of the
hoping
year,
nobody
baby.
would
Yeah.
mention that, but yeah, Madden.
Yeah, it's
fucking Madden. This I'm just gonna fucking rush you, man. Get fucking. I'm gonna be so pissed. And then Total Warhammer 3, Immortal Empires is going to soothe me. So August 23rd when that thing comes out, and it could go up to 8 players. And only the host needs to own all 3 games. So thank you to Creative
nice.
Assembly. But in order to join, you just need to have Total Warhammer 3 at minimum, which is fucking awesome. So never say they never did anything for you. All right, here we go. Let's go into the number 1.
Number 1.
My number 1 is God of War Ragnarok.
Hey.
This is because I was like, Callisto Protocol is kind of on the fence about it.
Right,
But this
'cause-
one, I know it's gonna be fucking badass. The combat is sweet, and the story is always on par with like fucking everything else. That's why I knew this one's my number 1.
It is also my number 1 as well, so I might as well jump in here. The game is going to pick up 3 years after the events of the last game, and it is confirmed that we will be visiting the 9 realms, and it also, they mentioned that this is going to be the last installment in the Norse era. So if that's the case, are we gonna go? Because you know how they kind of tease some of the other like Egyptian and Roman stuff and stuff like that. So maybe they're gonna keep going. This ain't anywhere near the end for God of War. And it's not, because it's a popular thing. As long as this thing is making money, as long as the games are as awesome as the last one, I have no problem. Keep it going. So obviously we got a big battle with Thor. Some people were like, "Why is there Fat Thor? Why is Fat Thor in there?" No problem with Fat Thor. He's fucking strong man. Have you ever seen actual strong men? They're big as motherfuckers.
Thick, son.
Right, they're thick. So I'm looking forward to it because I really believe the story is gonna knock it out of the park, including some really
The
solid
visuals are
gameplay.
also so like
Yeah.
magnificent.
Yeah, boy. So we're gonna have to see how has the boy grown, and I'll keep spoilers out of it because he is a certain character, and how does that factor into the sequel? So. God of War is going to contend, I think, for potential game of the year. You got, Elden Ring up there. You got God of War and maybe 1 or 2 other games that can get in there, but those 2 are going to battle it out. Alex, are you with us? No, he did God of
No.
War too.
He
So I'm so
did.
curious.
I think I
What is
know.
number 1?
For me, it's the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
Like I think this is a game that I love like survival horror games, and Dead Space 1 was such a special game. Dead Space 2 was pretty good. I didn't care for Dead Space 3 very much, and I think if this team can really like kind of recapture the magic of Dead Space 1, really bring the horror back to like a first-person shooter, creative environment stuff. Like we've seen the demo, we've seen some of the gameplay where you're turning on turbines and having dudes get sucked into it, and it's gory and it's crazy. I want to play this game with the lights off and like really atmospheric first-person shooter experience. And those games are rare. We don't get them very often. We get God of Wars pretty regularly. Like we haven't got a game like this. So if they really nail this one, this could be
new franchise.
Like my game of the year. Like could be as good as Elden Ring for me.
Yeah, just a little more on that. So at the Black Iron facility, they're finding yourself in the midst of an alien invasion that appears to have been engineered by the prison's warden. They've got over 150 employees working out that with 20 to 30 former co-workers from Visceral Games, Sledgehammer Games, a bunch of people from the Dead Space series are working on this. Scott Whitney, so it's really looking good on it. Several journalists have already played, and they commented on how thematic and how the game, how many gameplay similarities there are to Dead Space, and so yeah. Gonna be hopefully a true next gen game because it does look very pretty, and I'm curious though if it's gonna be $70 on PlayStation 5. And
it's $60 on Steam.
So, yeah, that's all you got to worry about. So, anyways, guys, so that's it for the list. Let us know what are your top 10 remaining games. Put it in the comments. I love reading top lists, top 5, top 10, and see if there's any games that we missed. I miss Calypso Protocol, so I'm going to replace Gundam Evolution because I think that one has the most potential to kind of go either way, right? Atomic Heart has been working on for a long time. Gundam Evolution could be, I play it once or twice and I'm done with it. But Calypso Protocol, that looks really sweet and should be really high on my list. All right, guys, that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.